everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you my go-to easy summer glam look. And that'll be the video. Bronzy eye, probably more of like a bright lip, a little bit of a nice lash. If you're interested to see this look, please keep watching. So first up, I'm going in with the primer. I'm going to be using the Clarins SOS primer. This is the number 00 primer. For my foundation today, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me Foundation in 220. I love this. This is my favorite foundation of all time. If you have oily to combination skin, try this out. You'll love it. It's very lightweight, but it gives you a nice medium to full coverage. Just makes your skin look like skin. It's beautiful. So I'm going to take that on this Smashbox. This is a blurring foundation brush. I wear a lot of sunscreen on my face, so I don't get a lot of color on my face. So I have to kind of use a different color foundation to match my body. So next I'm going to conceal my blemishes. Sometimes people like to put concealer on before foundation. I like to do it after. Also, when I go to conceal my blemishes, I like to use something that is my skin color, because if you're using the same concealer that you're going to put under your eye to brighten, you do not want to brighten your zits. You know, you want to hide them. You want to conceal them. So I love the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I have the shade Nude and Natural Beige. Both work for me when I'm tan to conceal kind of my blemishes. I'm gonna go in with Natural Beige actually. So I have a guy right here and here. I'm gonna put a little bit of concealer here. And what I like to do is I kind of like to let this dry so it becomes a little bit more full coverage before I blend it out right away. For underneath my eye, I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Born This Way as well, but I'm gonna go in with the shade Vanilla. So this is a little bit lighter, just to kind of help brighten. A little goes honestly a long way. I like to put some in the middle of my chin to kind of brighten my face as well. A little bit there, maybe a little bit down the nose, just all the way up the center of my face. So I'm gonna go in with a damp sponge. This is the Spicy Choco sponge. I really like it. And then at this point, after everything is kind of dried, I kind of blended that one already in with the sponge. You can use your finger, you can use your sponge, but at this point it's going to give you pretty much full coverage just because you kind of let it dry. And I really like this. Sometimes concealers will dry too fast and you can't blend it out. With this Too Faced one, it has time. You can let it kind of get dry and then blend it. So to set my under eyes, I have this powder here. It's not Hourglass. I kind of just used the container. I mixed COTY Airspun, Ben 9 banana powder, and then also the Rimmel loose powder. So I'm going to pick some of this powder up on my sponge here. I'm just going to place that under the eye. Okay, so now I'm going to set my whole face. Now, if you are dry, I think having really dewy, fresh skin in the summertime is excellent. But the problem with me is it won't last. It will last like an hour and then it's just honestly off my face. So I have to set my whole face. I'm going to be using the Elcie translucent powder in medium tan. I love this stuff. It's a really great setting powder. It has a little bit of coverage. You can see it's almost like a banana color, but not like a lot. It is pretty translucent, but it does give you a tiny bit more color. So for my bronzer, I'm going to be using the Nude by Nature. This is the Bondi Sands. Now I've noticed one thing about me this summer. When I get tanned, I don't get like an olive tan. I get more of I have more of like a reddish undertone, I guess I want to say, into my skin. Like the foundation I have on right now definitely is, I would say, more of like a neutral, and then my body still has a little bit more of that like warmth to it. So the bronzers I'm using right now in the summertime have that almost like a reddish undertone to them. So this Nude by Nature one is really great because it's not ashy. It's definitely very warm, so it's going to warm up my face to really match my body. So I'm going to go in with this. Another thing I love about this bronzer, it's mineral, and on top of that it has all good ingredients in it, but it's really easy to blend out. It's very forgiving, so even if you go very heavy with it, you can blend it out. Okay, so next I'm going to highlight my face. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Apricot Glow. This is their little baked highlighter. This is a really nice highlighter for the price. It's very affordable, and I like how it has that bronzy look in the summertime because I'm a little bit more tan. I like to have a highlight on the more golden side rather than the like silvery kind of side. Silver is nice when I'm less tanned, more in the winter. So I'm going to go in with this guy with a MAC fan brush, and I'm just going to start applying it. So for my blush today, I'm going to be using the Clarins number 5 in Cheeky Boum, I think that's how you say it. So it's like a peachy kind of pink, has a little bit of an iridescence to it. So I'm going to take that on our Eco Tools blush brush. I love this blush brush. And I'm just going to kind of stipple it into the face. Now, lately I've been putting my blush like right here. And then as I was looking at myself in pictures, I don't love it. So I like to, it kind of makes me look older. It makes my face look like it's dragged down. You want to lift it more just for my face shape. So I'm concentrating it still kind of on the apples, but not here, you know? So I'm gonna also take it up into the hairline as well, kind of like in a U shape. Okay, so now I'm gonna set my face. I'm gonna be using today the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 setting spray. I love this. Really nice ingredients in here. Feels so good. Oh, just so good. So for my eyebrows today, I'm gonna go in first with the Rude Outrageous eyebrow pen in the shade Natural Taupe. Kind of is a dupe for the Benefit Gimme Brow. It has the same kind of slant to it. Another thing I've been doing in the summer that I love to do on my eyebrows is I take some hairspray. So this is the Chi Enviro 54 hairspray. I will spray it on the spoolie. I like the hairspray better than an eyebrow gel just because sometimes I find that eyebrow gels can be a little bit thick and then it kind of makes your hairs look a little bit goopy. With the hairspray, it's super thin and it really, really holds. Okay, so next I'm going to apply my eyeshadow. I'm going to prime my eyes first using the Benefit Stay Don't Stray. I really think an eye primer makes a big difference, especially in the summertime when you are sweating. So I like to apply a little bit of that to the bottom of my eyelids and blend it out. Okay, so I'm just going to set my whole eyelids with more of like a neutral eyeshadow shade. I'm going to go in with this shade right here in the bottom corner. This is the Revolution Tammi Tropical Paradise palette. In the summertime, I really like to do a bronzed eyeshadow look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep using the same palette actually. And I'm going to go in with this really shimmery, it's like a bronze kind of shade here. I'm going to pick that up first on a flat brush. I'm just going to start to press that into the bottom of my lid. I'm going to take that same shimmery bronze shadow on this more of like a detailing brush from Coastal Scents, and I'm going to run it underneath the lash line. So now you need to kind of blend this out just because you don't want it to be this like just on the bottom of the lid and nothing else. So first I'm going to take a clean blending brush from Eco Tools. I'm just going to run this back and forth into the crease just to kind of blend if there's any harsh lines first. So then next I'm going to take the same blending brush. I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's a matte brown, has a little bit of warmth to it, so I'm going to pick that up. I'm just going to start to work that right into the crease, and it's just going to end up blending everything to look really seamless and pretty. See the difference it makes between the two eyes? It just looks a lot more polished. And then picking up that detailing brush again, I'll take that matte brown shade and run it more in the corner to meet, just on the corners, and then it will kind of meet on the lid. The very inner corner of my eye, I'm going to add a little bit more of a brighter shimmery shade just to kind of brighten my eyes a bit more. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is more of like a champagne. I'm going to mix actually the champagne and then this gold kind of shade together. Now, summertime, eyeliner, your choice. I find if I get really sweaty, especially with a wing, I don't like to do a wing just because if you're sweating, the wing will fly away. It will just fly. So I like to either go in with a waterproof pencil and kind of smudge it along the lash line, or you can just use a eyeshadow. So I'm just going to go in with the eyeshadow today from the same palette. So I'm going to be picking up the dark matte brown shade right here, and I'm going to run it just really messy along the lash line here, just on the outer corners to give it a little bit more of definition here. If like you can kind of see the difference, it's not a huge difference. If this is not dark enough for you, then I would go in with a black shadow. So there's a black shadow here. I'll add a little bit of that too. If you struggle too with applying eyeliner, it's just maybe not your thing, you're not really great at it. I was never good at it. It takes a lot of practice, but I would start maybe then trying to apply with an eyeshadow rather than a liner, just because an eyeshadow is very easy. It blends out super easily. You can smudge it out if you make a mistake, if it's too harsh. So I like to just add a little bit just along the lash line, nothing too much. It just gives you some definition. Very, very simple. Take a little bit of this liner from Lise Watier. It's in waterproof. It's in the color Brun Noir. This will just help your lashes look full and thick. So next I'm going to add some mascara. I'm not going to add a lot just because I'm going to apply a small kind of eyelash. So we don't need major mascara. You don't have to apply eyelashes. If you want, you can just load on the mascara. So I'm taking the Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes. This mascara is so good. It's my new obsession. Like, I love it. It's so freaking good. It doesn't smudge. It doesn't flake. It really separates. It gives volume. It's easy to use. It's not messy. I honestly love this Charlotte Tilbury. It's so good. For my bottom lashes, I always apply the Annabelle Skinny Mascara because this one is just, it just doesn't budge on me, and I love it. It's so good. Now honestly, you can just leave your eye look like this. You do not need fake eyelashes, but if you're gonna go out for the night and you want to kind of glam it up a bit, I usually throw on a little pair of lashes. So I'm gonna use the Quo 806 lashes today, and I kind of customize them. I cut them almost in half and then I glued them together, so it creates a really full outer piece to the lash. So I'm only concentrating really on the outer portion of my eye. Okay, because this is a summertime look, I want to go on something really bright on my lip. It's up to you. At this point, you can do a really nice neutral lip and it would look absolutely stunning, but it's summertime. And that calls for bright, beautiful, bold. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the NYX Suede Lip Liner first. This is in the shade San Paulo, so we're going to go in with that. So for my lipstick today, I'm going to be using the Bourjois Rouge Fabuleux in the color 10. So in the summertime, I don't love a really glossy lip just because it's hot. My hair sometimes get caught, it pulls across your face, you have a red line, like there's all these different things that happen. So if you really want your lipstick to last and you like a matte lipstick but you love the color, I would go in with a loose powder. I'm just taking some of this Rimmel loose powder on a brush, and all I'm going to do is just set the lipstick. And you could take any sort of lipstick and turn it into a matte shade. Okay, so this is my easy summer glam. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. You can create this. It's easy, it's glamorous, it's fantastical. If you really enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel for new videos, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.